there a motion to terminate Keith Freeman?
You could feel the anger tonight at a Board of Trustees meeting in Thornton Township. The board and citizens looking for accountability to their finances while the township...
Get ready, because this scandal is about to blow every other mayoral controversy out of the water. Can you believe it? A mayor caught trying to bribe a federal agent? Yes, you heard that correctly. Tiffany Henyard, the so-called super mayor of Dotton, Illinois, has somehow managed to escalate her mess to an entirely new level. The rumor mill is running wild, with whispers that she's been trying to bribe the very government agents who are investigating her. This could be the start of a story that's about to get much darker, much quicker.
New developments in South Suburban Dalton today. First, the state comptroller has suspended some payments to the village because it has failed to follow the law by providing financial...
Let's rewind a bit. If you haven't been keeping track of Tiffany Henyard's never-ending controversies, you're about to be in for a wild ride. For those just tuning in, Henyard has been under intense scrutiny for quite some time. It seems like every week there's a new headline about her, whether it's blowing tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars on lavish parties, misusing government credit cards, or hiring questionable individuals to run the village. People aren't just talking, they're downright outraged. And now, with rumors of bribery making the rounds, it's clear that this saga is far from over. Word on the street is that Henyard is getting desperate as the FBI tightens its grip on her operations. Insiders claim she's under investigation for a laundry list of potential crimes, including shady deals, fraud, and financial mismanagement.
Unfortunately, we knew it was going to be a little messy, but it's just something we felt important that had to be done, that should be done. So, but like I said, you have just some kind of...
If even half of these rumors are true, this could be one of the most jaw-dropping cases of corruption we've seen in a long time. And now, to top it off, she allegedly tried to bribe one of the very agents assigned to take her down. Seriously, what is going on here? The story broke recently when it was revealed that Henyard may have offered an incentive to a federal agent investigating her. If this is accurate, it's not just bad, it's catastrophic. Think about it, she's already juggling multiple investigations, and now she's allegedly trying to buy her way out of trouble. Who even thinks that's a good move when the feds are involved? This not only shows her desperation, but also paints a picture of someone who's completely lost control. Meanwhile, the residents of her township are footing the bill for her lavish lifestyle. And let's not forget, if these rumors hold true, bribing a federal agent could land her behind bars for a very long time. It's no wonder the FBI has been circling. They're not just investigating the bribery claims, they've also been looking into her extravagant lifestyle, funded by taxpayers. We're talking about luxury travel, first-class tickets, and even splurging huge amounts of money on online shopping.
The township residents are paying for her.
There's a reason why Illinois' comptroller cut off Henyard's access to state funds. A whole lot of money has been flying out of the village's accounts with very little explanation. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was even hired at $400 an hour to investigate Henyard's spending, and what she uncovered was nothing short of shocking. Under Henyard's leadership, the town of Dalton had racked up a staggering $3.6 million deficit. Yep, you heard that right. In just a couple of years, the village went from being financially stable to sinking deep into debt.
Investigation of village finances and the spending habits of beleaguered Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
This is the outcome of an investigation into the village's finances and the spending habits of embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Since taking office in 2021, Henyard has been making a mess of Dalton's finances, and it's not just about the lavish parties. There's been a series of canceled bargaining sessions with the firefighters, leaving them without a contract for years, all while Henyard continued to make matters worse. Union reps have flat out blamed her for this. And now, as if that wasn't enough, she's facing a federal investigation not just for corruption, but for bribery. It almost feels like she's daring the feds to come after her at this point. But Henyard doesn't operate alone. Surrounding her is a cast of characters that only adds to the chaos. Take Lassus Lacey, for example, the former deputy police chief of Dalton who's been charged with bankruptcy fraud. And somehow he still shows up to work, even though he was fired by the trustees. As one trustee put it, this situation is what they're calling a trustee appointment.
That's what the trustees I talked to are calling this. They say the news took them by surprise, and now they're talking to legal counsel to figure out their next.
The news took them by surprise, and now they're consulting with legal counsel to figure out their next steps. And get this, Lassus Lacey was one of Henyard's most loyal allies. He's also the guy who was working alongside her while the FBI was serving subpoenas left and right, gathering financial records from village employees. Lacey and Henyard are at the center of what appears to be a full-blown corruption ring, with insiders claiming Lacey's been helping her cover up some of her worst offenses. Is it any wonder federal investigators are closing in? But it doesn't stop there. Henyard's administration has been accused of retaliating against anyone who dares to speak out against her. One of her critics, a former Dolton trustee named Valeria Stubbs, believes the mayor may have been involved in an attack on her home. Authorities are also looking into Henyard's use of a police security detail, raising even more questions about her conduct.
Investigated Henyard's use of a police security detail, taking officers off the street and costing thousands of dollars in overtime.
Taking officers off the street and racking up thousands of dollars in overtime, Henyard's actions have raised even more eyebrows. Last year, Valeria Stubbs' house was riddled with bullets, and she's convinced it was a direct result of her vocal opposition to Henyard's shady dealings. Stubbs has no doubt, absolutely, I think she was behind it. Can you blame her for thinking that way? Henyard has built a reputation for being ruthless when it comes to silencing her critics. She's even posted bizarre videos online mocking her detractors, including one where she filmed herself shoveling snow from Stubbs' driveway, as if rubbing salt in the wound. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get worse for Henyard, the FBI's subpoena started flying. Federal agents have been requesting all kinds of records, everything from employment files to financial reports. They're going after information about everyone in Henyard's orbit, including village administrator Keith Freeman, who himself was charged with bankruptcy fraud earlier this year. Freeman's track record includes making a single-day purchase of over
a one-day purchase of over $40,000 to Amazon. And the main thing is, what is
$40,000 to Amazon, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. The whole situation is spiraling, and Henyard seems to be grasping at straws, doing anything she can to keep herself from sinking deeper into this mess. But with the FBI keeping a close eye on her every move, trying to bribe her way out was a colossal mistake. Now, the real question is, what's next for Henyard? As the investigations continue to pile up, it seems like it's only a matter of time before more dirt surfaces. People in Dolton have been demanding her resignation for months, and with the bribery rumors circulating, it's hard to see how she can hold on to her position for much longer. The federal investigation is gaining momentum, and insiders are saying there's still much more to come. Trustees are doing everything they can to prevent Henyard from making things worse for the village, but they're also grappling with legal challenges and political maneuvering on her part. She's been vetoing their attempts to investigate her, even blocking their hiring of Lori Lightfoot to lead the financial probe. As one trustee put it, I don't believe that is legally correct. That's just not how municipalities operate. They've got a board, but Henyard's actions are making everything far more complicated.
2 years on allegations of corruption surrounding Henyard in her capacity as Dolton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor. And now we've learned from multiple sources that federal agents are in fact interviewing witnesses as part of a possible investigation that may or may not result in charges.
The trustees overruled her veto, and Lightfoot's investigation is moving forward. When that report drops, it's bound to expose even more of Henyard's questionable behavior. At this point, it almost feels like Henyard has built a fortress around herself, surrounded by allies like Lacey and a group of enablers who are either too intimidated to speak out or who are benefiting from her corrupt ring. But with the feds closing in, how much longer can she hold on? The town of Dolton is crumbling under her leadership, and the residents are the ones paying the price. They're watching their tax dollars disappear into Henyard's luxury lifestyle, and their patience is running thin.
I can tell you that I'm not the one on anything. That's the only thing I can tell you for now. So I'm just trying to answer to the.
So you're saying there's a foundation that's not registered, but it has nothing to do with you?
Correct. That's true.
Okay.
That's
so
true.
you're not aware of any of the work that they've done, money that they've raised, anything along those lines?
Surrounding Henyard in her roles as both Dolton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor, federal agents have been actively interviewing witnesses as part of a potential investigation. While it's still unclear whether charges will be filed, the pressure is building. So what exactly is Henyard facing from a legal standpoint? Let's break it down. Bribery, especially when it involves federal agents, is one of the most serious charges you can face in the United States. Federal bribery laws are tough, and if convicted, Henyard could be looking at up to 15 years in prison. But that's just one part of the puzzle. The FBI is also investigating her for other potential crimes, including fraud and corruption. This isn't just about one charge, it's a whole web of criminal activity that's slowly unraveling, and Henyard is at the center of it all.
I don't believe that is legally correct. That's just not the way municipalities operate, right? You've got a board.
Text is incomplete and fragmented. Here is a rewrite based on context.
Reached out to the FBI, which said it is policy for the agency not to comment on the nature, existence, or non-existence of any investigation that may be occurring. A public relations firm responded on behalf of the mayor, saying neither Henyard or the Village of Dalton have received any subpoenas or been contacted by the FBI or any other law enforcement agency.
At this point, it's no longer just about bad governance, it's about potential criminal liability. The FBI was contacted for comment, but it is their policy not to discuss ongoing investigations. However, with the weight of the federal scrutiny on Henyard's actions, it seems like the walls are closing in.
Appreciative to receive the information today. We have the best mayor ever. I've been here since 1993. And she's the best we ever had.
You know, you're doing a lot of programs, good programs for, the senior citizens, and you're doing a lot of programs for, people who are on a fixed budget. But what about the people, the blue collar people who are still carrying this?